Take me through what you see from Austin Hayes. What is his ceiling? Take it away.
I see a gamer.
Yeah.
Is what I see. I see a ball player. I was listening to MLB radio yesterday driving. Hit some golf balls. And Don Mattingly was talking about John Birdie. He was talking about Joey Wendell, different guys, and he said they're pros. And
you know what's interesting, too, because when I've seen him since he's come up and he's done some things at the big league level, shows some splashes. He's been injured. 1 year was MIA. And this year, I think he understands that he has this chance to be one of those cornerstone young Oriole players right here. He's been up in the big leagues for several years now, but he still has a lot of control left because of service time. And I think right now he's putting it all together.
Well, let's dive in a little bit, because we dove in on Brian Reynolds. Guys make adjustments at the plate. The first time I laid eyes on him was 2019 when he pounded his chest, Robin Vladdy. That's when I remember him. I was like, who's this guy? Austin Hayes. Kind of making that a la Mike Trout play in Camden Yards. All right, so what happens? There it is again. You see it a lot. They want to stick their nose in early, struggle a little bit, choked up, and what do you see in 2022? The guy that's super confident in the box, trusting himself.
Can you keep that there for me a little bit? Because I think, and I know everything's a fine line and everything here, and I know what the numbers are this year. He looks more relaxed over there, which means I belong. And this is where you're saying, okay, I got to fight every day to stay in the lineup. Well, right there, he's saying, okay, I could be hitting fourth today. And that seems to be a much better, just relaxed look to begin with.
And this is the norm. I think we get so thrown back with the Ronald Acuna Jr.'s and the Juan Sotos, the superstars of the game that just come up, Tatis Jr. They just come up and they are already confident and they are already doing for the 90% of the league.
Right.
They're sticking their nose in and fighting to stay another day and prove their worth. And then when they finally are like, hold on a second, let me slow this game down, my talent plays, they start doing what he's doing in 2022. Okay? So real quick, what we've noticed two things. Eric Nays, researcher to the Stars, has noticed two things diving in on him. Number one, ambush has gone through the roof. But let's pause this and bring up his career splits for me, Devin. Look at George Kirby. He doesn't like it. Austin Hayes, right here. Take a look at 2022 in 72 games. 280, on bases 336, slugging 475, short, quick to the baseball. Weighted runs created plus is a $130, 30% better than your average big leaguer, and his WAR is really through the roof, 5.9. So the two things that stand out. We showed you Brian Reynolds is all over the heater.
Right.
Austin Hayes is the exact opposite. He's an ambush monster. Let's get back into the tape a little bit. And he is hammering off-speed stuff as well. And he's got lightning hands through the zone. I mean, that's quick. That's an old-school approach to the baseball. He's down and through that. He's not laying on his backside and trying to snap off his backside. This is a guy that's getting ahead of the bat to the baseball.
Can we play that one back for me real quick?
Play it back.
I've watched him too, and just slow-mo that one if you can, just kind of click frame by frame. This is what I call controlled violence. There's some pretty swings in the game. That one right there, I think he recognizes that breaking ball. He sees it, and he lets it get there, and he just comes unglued.
He's trying to hit a backspinner in the gap.
Yeah, that's just violence. Controlled violence. I like it.
Oh, man. Take a look at that. Rack that one back. You think he's feeling himself right here? He knows he got it. 0-1, sitting soft, obviously, seeing it well. He's gotten way more aggressive in the zone. Kind of hot hands Dante Bichette me right there.
That's a good call.
Little side angle. There's more in the tank, by the way. Run that back. If he stays back a little bit more, he's got even, when he gets count leverage, choked up. And guys, I don't know how you do it with the no BGs. I'll never understand how you can hold a piece of wood and hit 95
and it's all taped up
with no batting gloves on.
Easy, Roberto.
Look at this, his swing decisions. Zone percentage, 2021, 64%. Take a look, like he knows who he's becoming. So he's getting a little bit more aggressive in the zone. He's understanding what he's looking for. Middle. He's not letting that go by. And first pitch swing has gone way up. So take a look, man. Austin Hayes is doing some things.
Keep that there for me, would you please? Can you put that back?
Run that one back. And
I apologize for that. Because the one thing you use the term ambush. If you're doing this, and by the way, when you leave the on-deck circle and you go up to home plate and hit the first pitch, don't people think you might swing at it? So I don't even think we can call it ever an ambush again. If we're doing 36.7% of the time first pitch swing, all right, he's leaving the on-deck circle with something in mind.
He's ready to go.
And the thing about him is I don't know if he sits one or the other. I think he pitch recognizes so well right now because he's comfy, confident. And if that thing's spinning on the inner third, which is right there again, the middle swing, I think he sees it. I think he comes unglued and he's ready to drop that machete on him.
Lightning hands.
Go ahead. Thank you.
Highest slug on non-fastballs 2022 season. Jordan, Goldie, Trout, Stanton. Wow. By the way, Brandon Drury, he would be someone I'd be super interested in acquiring at the deadline. He could do a lot of different things.
That's a good board right there because to me, these guys, when I'm looking at these names, he goes right center extremely well. Obviously, he can do whatever he wants.
Yep.
Paul Goldschmidt's absolutely on fire right here, and this big fella can go the other way too. So to me, that just means that they're all confident. They hit the fastball this way, and if you spin a breaking ball, especially right now to Austin Hayes, he's got a chance to bridge you that way.
Listen, I'm starting to like what the Orioles are doing a little bit. They're putting some position players out there that are exciting.
They've got
really
some guys that play. One thing I've noticed about them, and Lauren said this was their first winning month in the past 5 years. That's kind of hard to do. They play the Yankees extremely tough.
Yeah.
Even though they may steamroll them over years, they're in games and they play that way. And I think these young pitchers coming up, they're going to have a lot to say with it too. But they got some guys that they throw out there in the lineup. They like to play every day. They go out there and they don't give away.
Their bullpen's been nasty too, so.